at 1 p.m. on NTA Lagos Channel 10. I am Ntami Egbe. We begin with this report that the federal government is raising additional 729 billion naira bond to offset power sector debts. Joshua Ojito reports that this is the second tranche of repayment to settle 4 trillion naira legacy debt owed generation companies. The reports.
The intervention, designed and approved under the Presidential Power Sector Debt Reduction Program, is to clear outstanding debt owed electricity generation companies and other market participants that have over the years weakened investments, slowed expansion and affected the stability of power supply.
The bond program sits alongside continuing structural reform, including implementation of the Electricity Act and parallel regulatory work on metering, market liquidity, and sector governance.
This project, where we're here today, therefore offers a unique opportunity to investors to participate in the stabilization of one of Africa's largest electricity markets.
501 billion naira was earlier raised and paid to generation companies in the first tranche, bringing the total to 1.3 trillion naira paid so far.
$333 billion has been settled to 8 participating generation companies covering 17 power plants, and they have executed those participation agreements.
Nigerian power sector, we have proven that papers from the Nigerian power sector is bankable. Our priority is to restore liquidity to the market, strengthen payment discipline, improve governance, and reinforce the commercial foundations upon which a sustainable electricity industry depends.
With the latest bond issuance, the federal government hopes to inject much-needed confidence into the sector, improve cash flow, and deliver more reliable electricity. Joshua Ojito, NTA News.
Away from debt repayment, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, has handed over forfeited land of 39 standard football fields worth $65 million to the Federal Mortgage Bank. This is in line with the asset recovery and management of the National Anti-Corruption Strategy. Aliyu Tuko reports that the land, acquired through loan in 2012, was meant to build 962 units of houses, but the developers failed to meet up with the loan conditions, which prompted the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja to grant final forfeiture to the federal government. The court also directed the Commission and the Mortgage Bank to supervise construction of the 962 housing units to completion and ensure the houses are used for the intended purpose. Meanwhile, Defense Minister Christopher Musa today met with President Bola Tinubu, putting to rest a report on his purported resignation from office. The minister, who arrived at the State House this Tuesday afternoon, had a private audience with President Tinubu for about 30 minutes. Fielding questions on the rumor making the rounds from Musbau Danohab, our State House correspondent, General Musa Mustafa, retired, regarded the report as fake news and threatened to take legal action and fish out the originator of the reports.
Good to see you in the State House.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We're surprised. We learned you have resigned.
I don't know. I too, I was shocked when I saw that. I don't know where that came from. But, well, you always expect that there'll be people that will not be happy when things are going well. Security situation is improving. Things are getting better. And so for them, is a sad point, and they will always want to make it look as if it's not so. I'm not going anywhere. I have never discussed. I don't even know who the person who brought that information. But whoever he is, we'll take the legal action against him. I'm sure we'll get him. He will come and explain who gave him such information. But I can assure Nigerians that we are fully, you can see I just came back from briefing Mr. President on the current security situation, and he's very happy with us, and now we're going to continue doing well. And I want to seize this opportunity to appreciate Nigerians for all the support. The support has been massive, and you can see the changes, and that's where we say to defeat the terrorists and the bandits is a whole of society approach, and now Nigerians are key into it, and things are getting better, and they will continue to improve.
Beyond its primary responsibility of enhancing the spiritual well-being of the public, Lekki Muslim Ummah is presenting a platform for Muslim faithful to understand mental health as it affects how they think, feel, act, and make choices. This was at its quarterly Dawah workshop with the theme Self, Family, Job, and Socio-Psychological Dynamics in Lagos. Musa Toliat takes it from here.
The quarterly Dawah workshop organized by the Lekki Muslim Ummah is aimed at sensitizing the faithful on various aspects of Islamic spirituality and how to get better in the deen. The organization is, however, going a step further to promote mental well-being among the faithful. Hence, the choice of the topics which revolve around socio-psychological dynamics.
What we see in psychopathological states
The need to furnish the faithful with knowledge on how to prevent and manage psychological disorders was one of the topics treated by relevant professionals.
My wish of a take-home for them is to recognize that there is need to consult professionals, especially psychologists, for psychological concerns like poor sleep, poor appetite, unnecessary discomfort, anxiety, suspiciousness, anger, and things like that.
Understanding the socio-psychological issues in family and interpersonal relationships to avoid mental health challenges was an integral part of the workshop.
When two people come together, maybe husband and wife, we see the two of them coming together, right, as individuals, having conversation, relating with themselves day by day. But their childhood experiences, the state of their mind, their thought processes, their emotions are also brought into this conversation. So we need to take care of that individual part of ourselves first, manage our socioeconomic stressors to now build healthy, communication pattern that leads to healthy families and then healthy society.
Scholars emphasized that there is an Islamic perspective and solutions to challenges faced by the Ummah. Hence, the topic on Islamic prescription for socio-psychological issues.
The first thing you need to know about Islamic prescriptions for socio-psychological issues is 1. Brace up for life dynamics. Allah told us in many places in the Quran, we shall put you to trial. We shall test you. Allah says, he has prospered. Whoever purifies his mind, his soul.
The mental health is very key, but there are things that we do or fail to do that we need to emphasize so that people will know that there are a lot we can, even in upbringing from the home. You give children the sense of entitlement. So when they grow up, they expect that things must work their way. So when things don't work their way, they say they have problems. And that contributes adversely to their mental health. So these are the type of things that we think we need to speak to so that it will impact people and help them to have a better life.
The theme of the Lekki Muslim Ummah Quarterly Dawah workshop is Self, Family, Job, and Socio-Psychological Dynamics. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
And now we'll go for a short break. More reports on the other side. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Do you need hotel service that runs hospitality business as real business? Then look no further, because Suru Express Hotels is readily available to meet your hotel accommodation needs in a cozy and serene atmosphere. Courtesy and care greet your arrival at our front desk while you're checking out our various rooms, suites, deluxe, standard and express gold, all fitted for purpose you desire. Healthy nutrition is also a top priority at our tastefully organized restaurants in Suru Express Hotels. With our ultra-modern gymnasium, maintaining your fitness is guaranteed in a conducive atmosphere. To unwind and reduce stress, our world-class standard swimming pool and game centers are always available. We are strategically located in Surulere, Ikeja GRA, Ikorodu to provide unparalleled hospitality and free parking and top-notch security. A choice of any Suru Express hotel is a choice made with wisdom.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's taking the floor right now. She's performing Tina Newman. Let's go.
The NTA Lagos Channel 10 Baby and Mama Show is here again. The 2026 World Breastfeeding Week is a global awareness campaign by WABA to support breastfeeding of babies between ages 0 to 2 years. This year's theme is breastfeeding for a sustainable start in life. Strengthen what works. Join us in NTA Lagos Channel 10 as we celebrate the new generation. Activities include drama, health talk, quiz, and of course the baby show contest. There will be lots of surprises as mothers will smile home with loads of prizes. Are you a mother with an exclusively breastfeeding baby of 0 to 6 months? Then this event is for you. Date 4th of August 2026, time 10 a.m. Venue NTA Lagos Channel 10 Tejuosho Yaba. Register now with the Finance Department NTA Lagos Channel 10. For more inquiries, please call Debola 0802-790-4193, GMO 0803-830-1669, Jumoke 0803-919-7639. The NTA Lagos Channel 10 Baby and Mama Show 2026. Healthy babies, happy mothers, stronger communities.
You're welcome back to the Midweek News at 1 p.m. on NTA Lagos Channel 10. And we continue with this report that Nigeria has tasked African nations to move decisively against illicit funds, which it says are linked to the rising wave of terrorism and violent extremism in the West African sub-region. Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Bianca Odumegu Ojukwu, stated this at the 1354th meeting of the African Union Peace and Security Council held virtually. At the meeting, she reaffirmed Nigeria's readiness for partnerships in countering terrorism. The minister pointed out that access to illicit funds enables terrorist groups to recruit youth and procure lethal weapons, adding that the groups are also deploying drones and other digital technologies. She condemned all acts of terrorism and violent extremism and commended the sacrifices of Nigeria's armed forces. Bianca Ojukwu noted that Nigeria has adopted a comprehensive approach combining military operations with de-radicalization, rehabilitation, youth empowerment, and community resilience. She called for urgent implementation of commitments made at the 2022 Malabo Summit and the 2024 Abuja Counter-Terrorism Meeting. The minister also urged international partners to show zero tolerance for terrorism by preventing the sale of arms, drones, and dual-use goods to non-state actors. The meeting was chaired by Uganda's acting Foreign Affairs Minister, Haruna Kazulu. Moving on swiftly, the House of Representatives has directed its committees on foreign affairs and integration in Africa to investigate xenophobic attacks against Nigerians in South Africa, assess the losses suffered by victims, and pursue compensation where necessary. National Assembly correspondent Mitaye Ikpem reports on this on other resolutions at Tuesday's plenary.
House of Representatives resumed plenary on Tuesday after the National Assembly open week and considered motions on xenophobic attacks, food safety and asset recovery. Lawmakers directed the Committees on Foreign Affairs and Integration in Africa to investigate the South African government's alleged role in xenophobic attacks against Nigerians. The committees are also to assess the casualties and losses suffered by Nigerians, including abandoned property, as part of efforts to pursue compensation.
I watched some video clip and see where the citizens of South Africans are looting the properties of these Nigerians. When immediately they left South Africa, it means their target was the business of our people.
Worried that every successive wave of xenophobic violence has been followed by public condemnation and diplomatic protests without a corresponding institutional effort to comprehensively document the losses suffered by Nigerians.
To hold the South African government accountable, their public officials are making inciting statements through acts of omission. They are indulging their citizens without holding them accountable.
The House also considered the incidence of foodborne diseases and called for stronger food safety regulations and enforcement by relevant government agencies.
Despite the federal government's commitment to curb the issue of foodborne disease, Nigeria still accounts for a high number of approximately 50 million foodborne diseases and more than 53,000 deaths caused by unsafe food yearly.
Lawmakers urged the federal government to conduct an audit of all seized, forfeited and recovered assets in line with the Proceeds of Crime Act 2022.
Despite the volume and value of recovered assets, there is presently no centralized or publicly accessible National Asset Recovery and Management Register.
Bills passed at Tuesday's plenary include those to establish the Federal University Wukari and amend the Niger Delta Development Commission Act to provide for the inclusion of Anambra as an oil-producing state. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikben, NT.
And now we've come to the end of the midweek news at 1 p.m. on NTA Lagos Channel 10. Thanks for watching. I am Ntamiegbe. Please do well to join us tonight for the news at 7 p.m. Good afternoon.